their job was to find a hit record, a record that was going to expose the artist to a major audience.
Right.
But now, working at a major label, your job is to help build a foundation of the artist.
One of the biggest obstacles artists face in the music game is access. Getting access to the people that can make it happen, or access to the information and resources you need to get to the next level. That's the key. That's why you need two of the biggest in the game on your side. Introducing McKee, Boomman. Welcome to the real industrial plug. You heard me?
So let me ask you this, because you have already been such an instrumental piece to such major artists. What's the difference between working on their team on a management side to working on an artist team as an A&R on a label side? Like, what would you say are the key differences there?
You're not as involved in their personal life as an A&R.
Yeah.
And the label side.
Yeah.
On the label side, your role is to pretty much help develop the music. But as a manager on their personal team, you deal with everything. You deal with their mama, their girlfriend, nigga, help a nigga buy a car. You help these niggas build credit, help these niggas save money. Like you pretty much become like a parent.
A parent, yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, and so I guess, I mean, we never know. Which one would you say you enjoy more?
I mean, honestly, you definitely gonna enjoy the money of the manager portion, but that's only if you working with a successful artist.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But at the same time, you also, like, what's crazy is as a manager, I was still an A&R because I was always
in the studio working on the records.
I still worked on the music. Like, it ain't no different. Like, I still wanted big records. Yeah. So that part is, the difference is it's less work.
As an A&R.
As an A&R, yeah.
Yeah. So here in 2022, and obviously you work at a major label, so I know you believe in what you're doing there. You know what I mean? You wouldn't be doing it if you didn't. But how do you feel like the major label has adjusted to the new landscape of streaming?
I mean, it's just a different, pretty much the major label adjusted because right now it's a different strategy on breaking artists. You see what I'm saying? Because before streaming, it was more about radio. Yeah. So basically what an A&R would come and do is, an A&R in the past job before streaming, their job was to find a hit record, a record that was going to expose the artist to a major audience. Right. But now, working at a major label, your job is to help build a foundation of the artist. So you're not just looking for a record. We're putting together projects with certain potential.
It's much more building now. It's not about the record. It's about records.
It's about records.
We're putting these records out to build this brand, as opposed to we're looking for this hit record. Because before, you had so much control with the radio. If that record hit, that did all the building for you.
All the work, yeah.
You know what I mean? But now it's like it's a lot. Obviously, because there's so many more artists. You know what I mean? So much more to cut through, and so now you really got to build them one record at a time. So let me ask you this: what's been your experience at the majors? Like, who are some of the artists you've worked with at Epic?
I mean, right now I guess, you know, I'm a development specialist. That's what I call myself. So I work with a lot of new artists at Epic. Shout out to Bada TD, he from New York. Shout out to Yo Dog signed to Cardo, got wings, the producer. Shout out to Raw Young, he signed to Southside, the producer. Shout out to Kylo, the Nigerian princess. That's y'all gonna be hearing about her. She finna take off.
I like her name. I fuck with that.
You know what I'm saying? Raw Youngin we about to drop Raw Youngin real soon. Shout out to Young Divide, one of the probably the most talented kids I ever seen in my life. He from Chicago. He 15 years old. He he produced. The man put out his first song on SoundCloud. He was 10 years old, and they got 1 million streams. You see what I'm saying?
10 years old.
The man was 10 years old, bro.
Wow. That's I never would have imagined that. That's crazy. So then it's really just a myth that majors aren't development artists, because you're sitting here, you just named 5 development artists. So what's that process like? Was it hard to even get them that deal? Let me ask you that. Like, because we know they didn't have much traction, so did you have to fight to get them the deal, or was the label really behind you in that?
I mean, most of the time they pretty much support the vision, our vision. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So as of right now, oh my bad, I can't forget Lil Harold. Shouts out to 21 Lil Harold. Y'all about to see. We about to draw. He about to mess Atlanta up. I can't forget Lil Harold. I can't. No way I can forget Lil Harold. But they trust the vision. Yeah. And then they know the work ethic. You know what I'm saying? Not to just, you know what I'm saying, the artists, but they know the team of A&Rs we got at Epic. We go hard. We support each other, and we make sure that everybody, you know, that if any one of us need help, we gonna back them up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If somebody need producers that they don't have contacts to, we gonna connect them with the producers. You see what I'm saying? Right. Like we gonna make sure if they need writers, we gonna connect them with the writers. Right. Like they need to get to a publisher that got the writers and producers and they don't have the contacts, we gonna connect them. We gonna make sure each one of us is successful. Right.
Y'all all lifting each other up. And so then when you take a developing act into a major label, what has to go down? Like, what's the process of developing and breaking that act? Like, what's the mindset behind it?
I mean, the mindset is just you got to have a vision for the artist. You know what I'm saying? You got to see where they came from and then where they can go. Right. And who their core audience is and who it could be. What other artists they relate to. You understand what I'm saying?
Right. Now, we know that, you know, every artist isn't going to make it, but your game plan, for sure, if you're working with them, is to get them up through there. But not speaking specifically on any specific artist, but what are some of the things that you see is holding some artists back?
Work ethic.
Work ethic. That's...
Work ethic, like, some artists just don't believe you gotta go hard. You gotta wake up every day and you gotta do this. You gotta eat, sleep, and breathe. Like it ain't a day you're not supposed to be on TikTok or on Instagram or on Twitter or in the studio. You know what I'm saying? Or on the phone or DMing another artist or just trying to figure out the way. Because this is what I like to tell just every artist. There is no specific path to success. Yeah. And yes, artists go viral, but sometimes it's by mistake. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's engineered, but a lot of these young kids, they go viral by mistake. Right. They just be working and working and working and working and something works. And they go. You see what I'm saying? But the only way they go is because they were working.
Exactly. And so number one rule, work ethic. That's the number one thing you see holding people back. Now, on the opposite side of that, what's the number one thing you see working for artists?
Consistency. Yeah. You know, the ones that's going to wake up and get up and call you and get on your nerves and, you know what I'm saying, and be convicted to become who they want to be. You know what I'm saying? The ones that have a vision. Like, I like to tell artists, like, I can't have your vision. Yeah. Like I can have a vision for you, but it's better if you have a vision and all my job is to do is to come behind you and illuminate your vision.
I love that. Come behind you and illuminate your vision. Drop my bomb for my boy. Drop a bomb for my boy. Come on. All right. So bet. So let's say I'm a new artist, Pat, and I meet you on the street because obviously you don't have a problem developing a new act. What does it take for me to get your attention?
I mean, it takes a lot of different things because honestly, and I say this, it ain't always all about the talent. Yeah. Right? Because I can walk into the room and meet a rapper that's extremely talented, that got bars that can go, but I don't know how to market you. You see what I'm saying? I don't have the vision or even understand your vision. So I'm not going to be able to add
the value to the situation. Yeah.
Or a singer. Like you could probably sing like Whitney Houston, but I know I can't help develop you and put you on a path to success. Right. So it's not necessarily about the talent because a lot of people always talk about it's the talent. Talent should take you. Talent is only maybe like 20-25% of this thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. So what's the other 75%?
The other 75% is
work ethic,
and
consistency.
Yeah.
Right. Work ethic, consistency, vision.
Vision.
You know what I mean? Those make up the other 75%. So, okay. This is what I want to know from you, Pat, because you're obviously a wealth of knowledge. You know what I mean? You've been doing this so long, and you work with 3 of the biggest names that we've seen in the past decade. What is, how can I frame this without sounding crazy? What is the thing that those 3 guys, and I know you said conviction, but how did those 3 guys find their way to you all? Like, what is the thing? What is the thing that you all saw that made you pick those 3 guys?
I mean, I don't know, bro. Like sometimes it might just be God, bro.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Because when you start working with artists, you see their potential. But ain't nobody's gonna actually know that this artist is gonna become this big.
Yeah.
We just know that this artist has a vision. He sleeps in the studio every day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He makes songs. When it's time to go do what he's supposed to do, he does it. And eventually, things start to move.
Yeah.
And as things start to move, I mean, once you get into a rhythm with your team, other things start to happen. Right.
And so I like to say, because I understand what you're saying, I like to say it's just the energy you put out there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if a person is consistently putting out that energy, eventually it's going to come back. It's just like we just talking about the work ethic. You keep putting out that work and eventually one of them pieces of work is going to go viral. You know what I mean? So I like to say it like that.